Hi, it's Power Panda back with you, and we are going to take on the next bit of Final Fantasy VI Divergent Paths. We are right outside of South Figaro, and we're about to see Shadow for the first time. We're going to be exploring the town of South Figaro, doing Mount Kolts, and ending at the Returner's hideout. Now, last time we left off, I had found a bug that I was looking for, which is that Edgar's tools are not supposed to break at the beginning of the game. I did end up figuring that out. There are certain event bits, think of flags that you can set in the game that tell you what your progress is in the game. There are also a handful of event bits that are copied over to the battle system. It's a very small subset of them. But those battle event bits can do a number of effects. So there's one that's set when Shadow joins right at the beginning, and we're not going to be exploring this town too much. There's one that is set when Shadow initially joins that prevents him from leaving the party randomly, so that he's not taken off in the middle of a dungeon. At the very least, he could give me a response. Stand back, he seems vaguely familiar. Wait a minute. He owes allegiance to no one and will do anything for money. He comes and goes like the wind. Shadow. But we're rewinding. Because we're going to be naming Shadow later. So yes, battle event bits that will make certain effects, like Shadow not leaving. There's one that will make Terra perma-morphed, which is during the battle with Fumbaba. And there are a couple of unused ones. One of those is one that I set aside for tools not breaking. But what I did is, in the code, I had the code check for one of the two unused bits, and then I set the other one during an event. So it was just a simple math error. And once I got it figured out, it was pretty easy. Okay, you used to need a relic to run. Now I can't stop. Gotta remember to press the B button so I don't crash into things. Bang. Relics give your party members a variety of abilities. This text has changed, by the way. For example, Goggles prevent blind status, True Knight lets you shield others during battle, Gauntlet allows you to hold a sword with both hands, while Bracers allow you to hold one in each. Use the main menu to equip up to 2 relics per person, or press the Y button to switch between relics and equipment. So a couple of key things to take away there. Yes, from the equipment menu, you can press Y to go between equipment and relics. Bracers, that is a rename of the Genji gloves. The reason... Okay, we need a couple of those, not 11. Oh goodness. Yeah, we'll do 2 against poison. Jewel ring protects against petrify. We don't really need that right now. Protects against poison and dark, so it's the goggles and the star pendant in 1. And then True Knight. We're gonna buy 1 True Knight. Bracers are renaming the Genji glove. The reason that I have done that is because I always found it odd that the Genji glove could not be equipped at the same time as the Genji shield. That they're pieces of equipment that are mutually exclusive to each other. So that was renamed to the Bracers. And in this hack, the Bracers... I'm going to explore this more with Locke. The Bracers have been given a slight downgrade. So there was some bugs in the code that made them awesome in the original game. And they weren't meant to be that awesome. Okay, so we have... She's got a Mithril Knife equipped, Mithril Blade. And we can take that and give it to Locke. I could have done the Regal Cutlass. Noise Blaster and Bio Blaster, we're going to buy one to replenish it. And yeah, let's do 1 Regal Cutlass. Shouldn't have bought the Mithril Blade. Mithril Knife, nothing there. Oh, we can rewind. But not far enough. I'll do most of that equipment stuff off screen. Buckler, 2 of those. Heavy shield. Now, evade does work in this. Food suits, yes, for sure. Cotton robe, yes. There's really no reason to not spend all of your money on equipment here. And Optimum works great in this first part of the game. Yeah, so a couple bugs that made Genji Glove way better than it should be. And the last thing I'm going to do is talk to Duncan's wife. Now, if we go into our item menu and arrange, you can see that this one can be used with Runic and it can be dual wielded. That's new. Originally, any weapon could be dual wielded. Mithril Blade can be held with 2 hands or it can be dual wielded. That was a much larger hack than I intended it to be, but I'm very proud of finishing it. Duncan's wife, where are you? Down here. Maybe in that house? I think with how much I've hacked this game, I'd remember everything, but I just don't. Here we go. My husband, Duncan, is a world-famous martial artist. He's taking his disciples to Mount Kolts for meditation and training. Okay, that's our hint that we need to go to Mount Kolts. The save is especially important in Locke's scenario. So we're just going to get out of town. As I said, we'll explore this more with Locke. Oh, one thing to point out is that this secret tunnel underneath the roof that was in the original game allowed you to do sequence breaking. Almost assuredly a bug, so I decided to treat it as such and fix it. Now, Noise Blaster. When you have the auto crossbow, you never want to use the Noise Blaster, but it is incredibly powerful. In this game, status magic like Muddle can't be cast on an entire party at the same time. You need to use level 3 Muddle, and you get those much later in the game. Limit, you actually only have a 1 in 4 chance of doing a limit break when you're low on HP. My promise of lower encounters doesn't seem to be working out here. I'm pretty sure that that is accurate, that it's lower encounters, but I'm going to double check the code just to make sure. Ah, yes. Bioblaster doesn't work. Oh. Alright, I'll get my cast all right next to my rewind key on my controller. We got some good experience here, so I'm going to use Terra to heal us all up. Looks good, and then use a sleeping bag on Terra, because she's the only one with MP. Save again. There, now you're getting your lower encounters. Shadowy Vargas up there. Didn't quite see him. So Bioblaster work on these guys. Bioblaster also is quite powerful. It is a full group bio spell, which even bio and bio 2 you can't cast on a full group, or single target only. So when you start to really look at tools compared to the rest of the game, you start to realize how incredibly powerful they are, and it made Edgar a lot of fun to use with people who were new to this game, but I think that they would have done exactly as I did and had tools be somewhat consumable items. Guardian, yes, that will up his evade quite a bit. Let's swap out. Give Regal Cutlass to Terra, because she'll be attacking more often. Oh. Yeah, and let them just take out each other. Man, I am just getting wrecked by these enemies. And Shadowy Vargas or Shadowy Sabin? Quit hitting yourself. Tense. We won't really be using that for a while, not as long as none of the other characters have MP. It's best to just have Terra heal them up, and then to use a sleeping bag on Terra. I might need that for curing. Let's have them smack each other for a while. Still potion. Ah, that's right, they do a counter-attack. You can see, stole a potion and stole a high potion, so we got both the common and the rare steal. I'm gonna let him hit himself, and then we'll attack both. Actually, we'll do a Phoenix down. You know, I got my relics and then I never equipped them. Let's do that. So Edgar, you are definitely a true knight, and you cannot be poisoned. Locke, you can't be poisoned or blinded. Terra, you can't be blinded. I'm not using our Moogle Charm or Moogle Lure quite yet. Yeah, you can see already that Edgar's at 9, Locke's at 8, Terra's at 7. It's about a level behind what they normally are at this point. So by doing that, I didn't have to change the difficulty of the game to give you an additional challenge. I just made it so that you grow a little slower. Gonna need that for healing. I'll let them hit each other first. And this is a group I can use the Bioblaster against. Let's do that. Antidote, that's going to be helpful. Okay, we've got Lock up a level. And our save point. So now... this is going to be the last save file that goes on here, and then I'm going to start over again in just a minute. So I'm actually going to pause the stream while I make a backup copy of that save file. Okay, back with you. So in my head, I always saw this as a spiral, spiraling down towards the bottom. And then when I started hacking and replaying, I realized that I had misremembered that. Now, these guys can do poison, so that's why we got a couple of relics that handled that. I don't know if they heal each other by it. Really hoping for Terra to gain at least one more level. There we go, Terra gained a level. Another thing to note here is potions. Let's go find our potions. Potions will now restore 100 HP, because 50 HP wasn't the price of using them. Maybe this is where I got the idea that it was a spiral. definitely one where we want them to fight each other for a while. And also one that it's good to use our limited MP on. Nope, you guys stay fighting each other. That was a lot of experience points. Glad to have gotten that. Okay, now we're going to save our states. It is possible to lose in this battle, even though it's a storyline battle. Who are you? Sabin. Is he here? You were shadowing us earlier, right? Brilliant. And how unlucky it is that you've run into me. This battle will see the introduction of Sabin. Okay, we're gonna try to get rid of these guys. And now we can damage Vargas. So we go all out. Does he have anything to steal? Maybe we won't go all out. Oh, he does have something to steal. Let's poison him so that he's getting his own damage. Now Vargas, the big question is, does Vargas die at the end of this fight? So the game never resolves it. Divergent Paths will resolve it, but you won't find out till the world is ruined. Spoiler, he doesn't die. Oh, potion, barely worth it. Come on, what's the matter? Enough. Off with you now. Give it up, Vargas. Is that you, Sabin? Vargas, why'd you do it? How could you do your own father in like that? You notice how the other characters just kind of teleported to where they are. That's one of the pieces of evidence of this being rushed code towards the end. They didn't have time to go back and come to these earlier scenes and smooth them out a little bit. Fool, he made the mistake of choosing you as his successor. He snubbed me, his only son. No, you were the one he chose. You're a liar. The Master wanted you to be his successor, not me. He appreciated your fine spirit. Enough of your lies. Now, have a taste of my superior technique. Mortal Attack, Blizzard Fist. Ah, Sabin, the Master taught you well. I guess there's no avoiding this. Fate made us train together, and fate will send you to your doom. So, let's end this battle. Left, right, left, A. Wait a moment. That didn't work. What's going on? So you are going to have to figure out how to do this. Let's fight him. It is possible to do HP death on him, but it's really unlikely. Let's try some other blitzes. Come on, what's the matter? Or a bolt. Okay, that one works. Now, blast of pure energy from his hands? Nope. That's not what impresses Vargas. The Master's teachings. Must use a Blitz technique. Choose Blitz. Press the control pad down, up, down. Then press the A button. Choose Blitz and press the A button. When the cursor appears, enter your technique. Use the control pad X, Y, L, and R buttons to enter a technique. Finally, press the A button to engage the attack. If you make a mistake, nothing will happen. Relax, there's no need to hurry. Choose Blitz, press the control pad down, up, down, then press A. Note there that I was missing a comma, so I'll go fix that. Down, up, down, A. Yeah. Ooh, suplex. A little bit more impressive than just hitting him a whole bunch of time with fists. It always bothered me in the original story that that's what impressed Vargas. But what the? He already taught you that? If only you hadn't been in such a rush for power. That technique can take out a train! Sabin! Big brother? Brothers are reunited. Younger brother? At first glance, I thought he was some bear who had strayed from his cave. So I did a little update on that line just to make it make sense. Bear? I'll take that as a compliment. Anyway, brother, what are you doing here? We're on our way to the Sabin Mountains. To the returner hideout, no doubt. I've been watching from afar, hoping that the world might regain some sanity. At this rate, Figaro will be reduced to a puppet state. Our time to strike back has arrived. The Empire is going to pay for what it has done. Think a bear like me could help you in your fight? You'd join us? Sabin! Yeah. I think Duncan would rest easier if he knew his disciple played a part in bringing peace to the world. Let's get going. This always really intrigued me about Sabin. Everyone remembers Sabin as being a super important character because of his scenario. In the original game, you had a half hour, I'm going to save a state here, you had an hour and a half that you played with everyone else. Then you got to the scenario split. You played Locke for 20 minutes, Edgar and Terra for 5, and then Sabin for an hour and a half. And so he appeared to be this much more important character than he actually was. Now, I love Sabin and always will. He was my favorite character as a teenager. But as far as storyline significance, he's got about as much as Gato. He serves much more as a foil for Edgar. So, Sabin, unfortunately, in order to make room for other characters, I had to steal some stuff from Sabin. I don't think it hurts him at all as a character. I think he develops just fine. But you'll see when we get to those. Okay. So, suplex, down, up, down. That is his signature ability and the one that he starts with. Aura Bolt. And then Tiger Break, which we're going to check out in the next battle. X, Y, left, or right, left, A. And Tiger Break used to be his Desperation attack, but since I made Pummel the general Desperation attack, I restored that to his list. Save. Well, that's right, we're saving up here. That's my reminder to save over those in the future. Okay, X, Y, right, left, A. Here's Tiger Break. I love that animation. Now, you'll notice that, oh look, at the mountain range, the returner hideout isn't there. The layout of this map always, or maybe it was right here originally, layout of this map always felt off to me, that you had this big long corridor between the mountains, and your actual location was halfway through the mountains. So I've moved the location of the returner hideout just because I was doing edits to the world map anyway. The world map needed to be edited for the 3 scenario split that's about to come up, since I reroute the characters in different parts of the world. So here is the returner hideout. This is where we save, and we'll pick up next time. Thanks for watching.